There was once a young man named Daniel who walked to work every day, no matter the weather. He didn't own a car, and his job at the old bookstore downtown barely paid enough for rent, let alone luxuries. One stormy Monday morning, Daniel found his old umbrella in tatters. The wind flipped it inside out the moment he stepped out. He thought about going back inside and calling in sick, but he needed the money. So with rain soaking his jacket and wind slapping his face, he kept walking. Halfway there, he noticed a little girl and her mother huddled under a bus stop with no shelter, trying to stay dry. The girl shivered in her thin sweater, eyes wide at the broken umbrella in Daniel's hand. Without thinking, Daniel handed her his umbrella, bent spokes and all, and smiled. "It's not perfect, but it's better than nothing." The mother thanked him like he'd given her the sun. Daniel walked the last mile to work, drenched to the bone, but strangely warm inside. By the time he got to the bookstore, the owner, Mr. Patel, took one look at his soggy clothes and asked, "What happened?" Daniel shrugged it off, embarrassed, but a customer overheard and asked him why he didn't just wait for the rain to stop. Daniel just smiled and said, "Sometimes you can't wait for the rain to stop. You just have to keep walking." A week later, Mr. Patel called Daniel into his office and handed him an envelope, a small bonus, enough to buy a new umbrella, new shoes, and a raincoat. It wasn't about the money. It was about someone noticing how he kept showing up. No excuses, no waiting for perfect weather. Years later, Daniel would own that bookstore. People still remember him as the young man who kept walking in the rain and offered a broken umbrella when someone needed it most. Moral: sometimes life won't wait for perfect weather. Keep walking through the storm. You never know who's watching or who needs your kindness along the way. If you liked Daniel's story, share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that remind you how strong you really are.